Aloha, Instagrammers and Facebook. I'm on both devices here, so hello. Come out wherever you are. Happy Thursday. Signing on here to the Psychic Greg Stanley fan page here on Facebook and you guys here on Instagram. Just to give you guys some encouragement tonight. There has been... it's hectic out there. What a world, right? I'm very much aware of what's going on. I watch very little of the news because it's a toxic negativity machine. And yes, so I like the balance. I like the gray area, where it's not all bad and it's not always all bad. It's not always all good, And that's why I'm signing on here tonight, to just give you guys some encouragement and just be real with you guys here. So as I always am. So, I want to talk about one thing that I was guided tonight by the angels to talk to you guys about was stress. Stress. How many times do you guys hear that annoying thing that, your boss or your, a toxic person in your life or someone that keeps driving you up the wall? Don't be so stressed out. Don't worry so much. Oh, just pray and it'll go away. Oh, stop. Just stop. It's like, oh my God. Well, people don't know how. They're like, how do I not be concerned about this? I just saw this on the news, whether it's true or not. I just saw this or heard about this from so-and-so or whatever, and it's really, really bothering me. Oh, well, don't let it stress you out. Don't worry. When someone tells you to do that, that's like saying don't think of a pink elephant in the room, and just whatever you do, don't think about that pink elephant in the room. You're thinking about that pink elephant because I'm doing it right now. So, there you go. Anyways, so, yes, it is really, really hectic out there right now. It is. You don't got to be psychic or whatever. You guys aren't blind. Well, you can see what's going on. So, without further ado here, you know what? What are we going to do about it right now? Freak out. When you turn on that news and you watch about, what you're going to see is all the bad stuff that's happening and all the people that are dying. And I am in no way making fun of the people that are sick or the people that are dying or whatever. Not in any way, shape, or form. My heart goes out to those people and those nurses and everything that are working diligently and really just helping these people. I think it's beautiful. And they are needed right now. They are the heroes, and I'm thankful for the people that were guided to do that and to help these people. That's incredible. But there's also what they're not talking about. There are many who have either recovered, are recovering. A lot of people only had minor symptoms, and I can't confirm this, but I think that I may have had the coronavirus back in January, end of January, when I came back from Tahiti. So I had the symptoms, and that was before it was widespread everywhere. I did go and get tested, and all they had at that time was that flu. They just tested for the flu, where they feel like they're freaking touching your brain. Oh my God, yeah. So they had that. They tested it. It came back. It was negative for the flu. Well, the coronavirus test does not. If you get tested for the regular flu, it doesn't show up on that test. You have to actually get the coronavirus test. That wasn't available when I went. So, the symptoms that they were describing, I had all of them. So, and I recovered. And I'm very, very grateful for that. And my heart goes out to the people that have lost their lives, and families who have loved ones and friends that have, and all that stuff. So what I want to say is, the one thing that they're not going to tell you, because they don't like to tell you, the media doesn't want to tell you anything positive, really. Maybe little tidbits, because they make money off of the negativity, and they make money off of stressing you out. And the advertisers that make money off of stressing you out and staying tuned in and buying more stuff because you're stressed out and you're trying to distract yourself. So you're spending a tons of money, and all kinds of stuff. So there are people that are recovering, and what people haven't talked about for centuries, and especially, man, these last few years, I am not even kidding. I think that they have been, for even me personally, the last few years have been the most stressful, hard, like one thing after another. Like, I felt like I couldn't catch a break, but still did my work anyways, still helped people, still, encouraged people. I had to take my own advice a lot. I still do. Sometimes I don't, because I have an ego like you guys do. I'm just as human as you guys do. But hey, you know what? It happens. But stress attracts toxic people. It attracts you to it. It's evil. It attracts like more negative television shows, news stuff. It attracts, like, it's like you guys sign on to Facebook, and the very first thing you see on there is something with animal abuse, or so-and-so died, so-and-so's not doing so good, a million other things. You're gonna attract more of that, because that's what your mind right then is programming to do. You attract, and you will be led to what you are focused on, and your point of attraction is on what you're really feeling, what's really bothering you. Or maybe if something isn't bothering you, maybe you are just as happy as it can be, as can be. You actually attract more positive stuff. You sign on and go, wow. So when you're not allowing yourself to be stressed out, you attract more positive experiences. Sure, there's still difficulty, but the positivity has a lot more power than the negativity. But we're programmed to focus on the stress and all the negative and all that stuff, and to ignore the negative, but yet it's the very thing that's draining you and all that stuff. A lot of us are in workplaces that maybe we love what we do, but we have corrupt leaders and CEOs and owners that only care about squeezing the last penny out, and because they care about the money, you're just a slave to them. And they don't care how you're treated, and they don't care about your leadership and all that stuff. So you're working where you're stressed. A lot of us feel that we have to stay in a relationship because, if it's toxic, because, oh, you don't want to be alone. You swore for better, for worse. Oh, you have kids with this person. You don't want to let the kids down. You promised your mom you'd stay with them, or you promised his dad before he passed away you'd stay with them no matter what. And don't leave my son. Don't leave my daughter. You made a vow or a promise to something or somebody that no longer serves you. Guys, that's in the past. We are living a lot of us are living in the graveyard of our past. We're living on what we're told to believe, what we're told is normal, what we're told you should be doing. And we can't live up to those standards. We're seeing that, you gotta do this and this and this, and become, if you're not an actress, or you're not a surgeon, you don't go to college, you don't graduate high school with a degree, with a diploma. If you have a GED, that's looked down upon. Guys, a lot of us, we're goldfish told to climb trees. I'm not kidding. We're told this is how it's supposed to be, but yet most of them, they themselves can't even do it. And now these people are eating their words. They are eating their words. It's backfiring because you might be able to get away with something for so long, or get away with taking advantage of somebody, or whatever the case may be for so long before it all crashes down. But if you're really, truly, right now, it's not a sin to be upset. It's not wrong to be sad. It's not wrong to say I'm unhappy. It is not wrong to say I'm angry. It is not wrong to be wrong. It's not wrong to be wrong. It's not wrong to make a mistake. We all fuck up. I'm very blunt. So those of you guys who've known me for a long time, or whatever, I'm blunt. This is how I am. I live my life how I live my life, and this is where it is, So take it or leave it. But my thing is that it's not wrong to realize, hey, I thought this is what I was supposed to do. Whether it's what you really wanted, or it's not at all, you were just going along with what you felt or you were told or felt, or whatever you were supposed to do. Wherever you're at, whether it's relationship, job, and guys, it's also okay to fail. Have you ever failed? I have. I believed I was a failure. I believed it. I truly believed most of my life. I truly believed I was a failure, and I was nothing, and I was nobody, because that's what I was told. That's what I was told. And a lot of you guys were told that. Or whether it was mental abuse, or physical, sexual, spiritual. I had it all. And I really believed that. And I'm not telling you guys to feel sorry for me. I'm sharing this with you guys because I was where you were. I've been where you are. Maybe maybe a different scenario, but I still felt defeated. I felt like I was in a rut I could never get out of. I felt like I was a hamster wheel put on that of stress. And gotta make the money. It doesn't matter if you hate your job. Make the money, more, do more. Good people who are even good at what they're doing are being run into the ground. Stress is what's actually killing us. It's not just the viruses or just the bacteria. Guys, this has been happening since the beginning of time. Things have happened since the beginning of time. When we are stressed, okay, it lowers our immune system. It lowers our thinking. We lose sleep, or we sleep too much. Both of those things throw your body off and tranquilize you. And it's like you become like, where you feel like you're on autopilot. That's where it's at. Most of us have been feeling this way in some shape or form, unless we made a change in our lives. But most people don't know that all it is you can make changes. You have choices. You have choices. Sure, it is difficult at times to make changes. And sometimes we have to make big sacrifices. And sometimes we don't have to make hardly any sacrifices. But in the end, it is better to be happy doing what you love, even if you had to downsize. It's better to be alone and allow the right person. Give yourself the chance to be with the right partner. Attract the right partner into your life. It's better to do that than stay with somebody that makes you feel alone. I don't want to be alone. I just don't want to be alone. You're already alone. I just don't, I just don't want to leave this toxic job because what if I don't make as much money at the other job? Well, then I guess you're going to have to work 2 jobs that you love to make ends meet until you find that one. Whether you're guided to be self-employed or work one job that you love that pays everything. If you don't give yourself the chance, you'll never know. You'll never know. And guys, on my journey to being a psychic, I still fail. I still hit roadblocks where I really think something's going to happen, and maybe I felt good about it. I had green lights and everything, and it didn't turn out the way that I thought. Okay, along the way, even though it might not have happened, or I got betrayed, okay, I learned something along that way that helped me. It pointed me, it guided me in another direction where I was successful. And sometimes you got to go through a couple different scenarios. Sometimes you go through a couple marriages. Sometimes you go through a couple of relationships. I loved my partner I was with for over 4 years. I did. But we're still friends. We did not work out. And my intention, you think that my intention going into the relationship was, gee, I can't wait until I meet my next partner, and gee, I can't wait till this one ends, and I wonder what the next one's going to be like. No, I didn't do any of that. I gave it my all, and I was happy. But we grew apart. We outgrew each other. I wasn't the right partner for him. He was not the right partner for me. We became unhappy with each other. We're better off as friends. And some people are better off not being friends or with that person at all. Even if you have kids. That's another excuse. Excuses come up because it's fear. It's stress. It's all meant to control you. It's all meant to bring you down. It's all meant to keep you small so other people can step over you, on you. If you don't make the changes, guys, somebody else is going to take that position. And you're going to go, damn, I wish I would have done that, But maybe you needed to experience that to learn, hey, I missed the bus. Sometimes in life, we miss the bus. Hey, I learned from that so that I don't hesitate anymore. When I'm guided to do something, I'm going to do it. You don't have to know how. How is connected to the ego. And thinking about how something's going to happen is going to stress you out. And it's going to create fear. All you have to do is be willing. Be willing. If you really, truly want the change, the universe will guide you. But it's up to you to take the step. How we release stress is we let go of what's not working, even if we put our all into it. It happens. It happens. You're not a failure. That stresses you out when you think that. You're not a failure. It didn't go the way, maybe the project failed, whether maybe you did make some unwise choices and you're like, man, I should have known, I should have listened to that gut feeling. Damn, why did I let this person in when I knew this wasn't right? Why did I give this person the benefit of the doubt? I knew I wasn't supposed to do this. Why did I let this happen? And you're supposed to learn from that so that you can, if you have to start again, maybe you will stay in the same business, same company, or maybe you're guided to start your own company or apply your knowledge or what you learn somewhere else that does feed, clothe you, guide you, where you are making a difference. You'll be guided to it. Just because something, a relationship, a job, a friendship, a connection didn't work out, maybe you started your own. There's some people on here that started their own businesses and they really felt they were doing the right thing. And even when they did all the right steps and everything and it still didn't work, they're like, hey, I was guided to go somewhere else or back to where I was working. They missed me and things are better now because they know I was doing well. They want me to run things the way it's supposed to be run or whatever. Maybe they need to see what it's like for you not to be there anymore. I'm just giving you guys a bunch of different scenarios. The stress is what is actually killing us. It attracts actually to, and this is some of this is actually scientific, where stress, you crave like unhealthy foods, the sugars, it's the sugar monster, which shuts you down even more, creates even more stress. Everything. That's what's killing us. Choose better. You don't have to do everything I'm doing. Just because you're not a celebrity, or you're not a millionaire, or you're not a mom, or you're not a dad, or you're not straight, or you're not gay, or you don't live in Hawaii, or you didn't get to go to college, or you didn't start college yet, or it didn't work out for you, or you got sick, or somebody died, whatever the case may be, things are always going to happen. I promise you. As happy, and I am truly happy, and I get stressed out, and I got to stop that. And I catch myself, and sometimes I feel sorry for myself, whatever the case may be. But I create my life and follow the path where I am truly happy, and things fall into place. When I follow fear, things fall apart. And when I'm happy and following, doing what I love, and something falls apart, sure, I'm upset about stuff. Sometimes I'm more upset than others. So what? If I'm already happy doing what I love, I'll get over it. I'll move on. And you guys can do the same thing. It's okay. Sometimes we got to take that leap of faith, because if we don't try, we'll never know. And I didn't know how Hawaii was going to work out for me or not work out for me when I moved here 7.5 years ago. Had no idea. I just went baby steps, one step at a time, and I failed along the way. And the failure, it was a guide to go in another direction. That's all it was. I'm sharing these things with you so you guys can apply this to your own life. Don't let the stress or the fear of something bad happening or something not working out or whatever the case may be stop you from making the changes in your life that would make you happier. When you're happier, that's how you release stress. That's how you release stress. Don't compare yourself to somebody. Oh, well, when so-and-so quit smoking and now they're better. Oh, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that. It doesn't matter if you're a smoker or not. Whatever, I've heard the craziest stuff where people say, oh, when I quit smoking, I'll be happy. I couldn't imagine what you guys are going through, because that stuff, from what I've been told, I'm not a smoker, thankfully, that I didn't get addicted, but it's worse than heroin to quit. Heroin addicts say it's more difficult to quit smoking cigarettes than it is to quit heroin. And that, from what I've never done that, from what I've heard, that's what it is. My whole point is that when you say, I'll be happy when, you're never going to make it happen. Say, hey, ask your angels, ask Archangel Michael to help you to be strong. Feel the fear. Make the change anyway. Take guided action steps. When you really want something, doors will open. And sometimes we're too afraid to go through them. We have opportunities that come up. I can't do it. I just can't do it. You're letting the stress, you're letting the fear hold you back. And it will always keep you there until you do it. You have the power. And the angels are helping you. They are guiding you, but we don't always listen to them. Start listening to yourself. How do you really feel? It's okay if you're really angry about something. What are you angry about? It's okay. When you get to the root of what's making you angry, you can actually work through it yourself or with a therapist or a doctor, or see a spiritual counselor, see an advisor, see a psychic, see all of them. Whatever the case may be, to help you work through what's causing all the stress so that you don't let that hold you back anymore, and you are free to make decisions and see, hey, this is going to be tough, or maybe it's not going to be tough at all. There's been times where I thought something was going to be tough and it was easy as pie, and there was times where I'm like, oh, I want to make this change. It's Perfectly fine. I go through it. Oh my God, it's hell on earth. But it's worth it because I'm doing what I love. Take what I'm saying to you guys, apply it to your own lives. I'm no better than you. You're better off than me in some areas. Maybe I'm better off than you in some areas. It doesn't matter. We all have what maybe somebody else doesn't have, and vice versa. Quit making excuses. Quit turning to what everyone else is saying, what everything else is saying. Move forward. Move on. You can do it. Archangel Michael, I felt him very, very strong all day long today. And I always feel the angels, but sometimes I feel an angel stronger than other. Archangel Michael, he is the archangel that protects us from fear. Helps protect us from fear. Even if it's there, it's like, I know you guys have all heard this. Though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I fear no evil. There's been many times in your life where you had to walk through the valley in the shadow of death and you had to go through it. You got through it. When we live our lives, we don't make changes because we're afraid of the day we lose our parents or our friends or whatever. When we live our lives in fear of that, we rob ourselves of the beautiful memories and time we have with them now. And we rob ourselves. What if we went in 5 minutes? We just wasted all that time not visiting people that we love and cherishing them. We lose that. And it's like, wow, man, I should have made these changes in my life. Maybe I would still be there. Maybe not. But when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But we learn from every lifetime because we will reincarnate. And we'll remember. Our souls remember. Our souls know what we have been through. Our souls know that. Archangel Michael is here. He is helping protect you from fear. Whether it's irrational fear, it's learned fear from other people, other people's fear. It's been placed on you, or you placed it on yourself, or placed it on others. He's here to protect you from that. Ask him to give you strength, help you remember the strength that's already there within you. It's just blocked by fear. You have the same strength, the same power in you right now that I have in me right now. The same thing. I have the same fear in me that you guys have. I have the same fear. Same fears. When you work through the fear, I repeat this all the time, and I'm going to keep doing it. You go to the gym and you lift air. There's no resistance. There's no growth. You can go to the gym and lift air and dance and look pretty. Or sit there and think you're fit because you're in the gym. No. When you start working through that resistance, you grow. When you work through the resistance, the ego is there. The fear is there for you to work through, overcome. And it's the most fulfilling, satisfying experience. When you overcome your fears, it's always going to be there. But people think that you have to be a special person or a special trade or gifted or royalty. No, you have it within you. You just choose to either listen to more of the resistance, the fear, or you choose to listen to more of your power. And sometimes we fluctuate. I do. And I got to remind myself, hey, gotta stop this. The angels are speaking to you right now. He's here to protect you from fear. All you have to say and believe this. You don't have to know how. Just believe. And your intention is to help release fear. And when you do that, that's releasing toxic energy. You can say this with me in your mind, your own way, your own words, or just think it, or just feel it. The angels hear you through how you really feel. Doesn't matter what you're saying. what your specific here and your now. This is where your willpower is. This is where your third chakra is. The yellow chakra, your willpower. Solar plexus. That's your willpower. Right there. It's what you really mean. And also, it's even more powerful if you feel it in your heart. Connect it together. Feel it. It might bring tears to your eyes. It might make you laugh. It might make you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Guess what? You just released toxic energy and you didn't even know it. Just the intention right there. Archangel Michael already took it. Anyone feel that? Anyone feel it? You did. I didn't do it to you. You did it yourself. The angels are working through that power right here, right now. Haven't felt it yet? Maybe you just need to know it or just believe it. That's faith. That's encouragement. All of the above. A bunch of my Instagrammers are saying yes. My point is, Archangel Michael, I ask that you come right now. Any fear that I know that I have, even the fear that I don't know that I have, that may be hidden. As happy as I am today, if there's any fear in me, Archangel Michael, I ask that you just shield me. Your name, Michael, is he who is like God, and you are like him. And God is not fear, he is love. There is power in fear. There is power in love, and God is all love. The universe is all love. And we are given free will to choose the power or choose the darkness. The darkness, you'll get away with stuff for a while, maybe. It is the foolish man. When you do that, you're the foolish man who built his house upon the sand. Living your life hurting yourself and other people. Toxic, taking advantage because of what somebody did to you or didn't do to you. You just did it all on your own. You chose evil. It's all going to come crashing down. I choose to build my house upon the rock. And that rock, sometimes a studio, maybe it'll be a mansion someday. My rock is helping people that I love and care about. I love my followers. I love my viewers. I love my listeners on Island 98.5. I love my friends. I love my family. I sincerely love you guys. And that's why I get so angry. This is what makes me angry. When people know better and they choose evil. This is why I get so angry with trolls. I can't always stop them. They can't stop me. They've tried the entire time I've been Psychic Greg Stanley. Hasn't worked. I won't listen to them. I don't adhere to them. But I watch. What makes me angry is I remember how it felt when I felt I was a failure and I was nothing and I was nobody. I remember when I let everyone take advantage of me in all ways because I wanted to be loved so bad. So bad. And I thought if I did what they wanted, even if it was killing me, I wanted love that bad. And I wanted to please people so bad, even if I loved doing something, I couldn't be that because it would disappoint people. Or I was brainwashed in the church, in the religion. I didn't want to upset my parents. I didn't want to be made fun of. I wanted people to like me. And if people think I'm crazy, that means people don't like me. I want everyone to like me. Fear kept me there. When I felt the fear and I overcame that, sure, the trolls came after me. I saw who my real friends were. Most of the people in my life, gone. They weren't my real friends. I loved and cared about all of them. Loved them. I won't, and that's sad, but I always have new people, loving people coming into my life, and they add to my life. And the same can happen to you. And when people say, why do you talk about this or talk about that, or like when this bad thing happens, or whatever, I'm not talking about it to create fear. I see so many people not living their lives to the fullest. I see so many people not leaving a toxic relationship and creating more messes and hurting their children and other people because they're living their lives in fear because of these trolls, because of these fuckers, because of these people that choose to live in evil. And there's people that love to live their life and love and light, and there's people that love being evil. They're narcissists. They love destroying other people's lives. They love deceiving people, coming in to gifted, talented people, loving people, and ruining them, and turning their family and friends against them, and making them go crazy. Look at what happened to Britney Spears, and what's happened to a bunch of celebrities and actors that went to hell in a handbasket. Not literally, but turned to drugs and alcohol, and they lost everything. And there were people, they were good people. They let the wrong people in, and that destroyed them. And instead of getting back to where they were, or giving themselves a second chance, getting the help they need, or even applying what they were doing and starting over, maybe they're not meant to be actors anymore. Maybe they are guided to be doctors or lawyers, or own their own furniture store, whatever the case, whatever their dream was, own an ice cream shop. That's their dream. And they go and apply it there, and they actually are happy. Instead, so many people allow themselves to be taken down by all this fear and all this stuff. And I hate seeing that. I'm not trying to control them. But I can't lie to you guys and say that doesn't make me angry. When I see even people that know better, and they go right back into it. Breaks my heart, but that's their journey. I understand that, and I have to disconnect from that. But I'm here for the people that actually want to listen and understand right now how we release stress as we stop living our lives in fear and feeding into it. And letting other people tell you you're bad because you smoke, or you're bad because you're not a Christian, or you're bad because you use tarot cards. You're bad because you're not saved. You're bad because you're not a millionaire. You're bad because you had a child before you were married. You're bad because you dropped out of college and didn't become a doctor like I thought you would be. Or you couldn't pass math and you're just stupid and that's all you'll ever be. And you could be a nurse right now, but you're too stupid in math, or this or that. Or you got involved in the wrong relationship. So when people really truly feel like they're nothing, that's why they're living like this. So that's why when trolls message me, half the time I just laugh, delete it, or whatever, ignore it. Sometimes I fire back. Or when I see somebody hurting somebody else, I defend them. Because it's not right. It's not okay. These people are the very people that are draining everybody and adding to darkness, and I am not standing for it. And that's part of me taking on Archangel Michael's energy, protection. I'm going to fight through this. I'm standing up for myself. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'm not afraid of what people, whether they like me or they don't. I'm living my life to the best that I can. And that's where I'm going. That's where I'm headed. And I'm going to continue doing that. And yeah, I've had to downsize. I love living in Hawaii. It's expensive as shit here. The amount of money I pay every month to live in this little studio, which I love and I'm so grateful for. Yeah, I could have a mansion in Ohio. Rent or buy. I could. But I don't want to live in Ohio. I'm not beating up Ohio. That's just not where I belong. I don't want to be there. I'm not happy there. I've had to make the sacrifice. I had to downsize. And this is where I'm at. And I'm happy. When it's not really a sacrifice, if it's giving you what you want. What I don't like is I hate being away from my nieces and my family and stuff like that. But how I made that compromise is I make sure I continue doing what I love, expanding whatever I need to do so I can make enough money to go see them and still be happy here. And I manifested that not because I let the fear and the reality of it's expensive to do that. I said, how can I do this? I just told you guys not to focus on the how. I'm not focusing on the how. I'm saying, how can I do this? Okay, angels help guide me. Well, I'm led to this, led to that. All of a sudden, I get a phone call from somebody or something pops up on my Facebook. Oh, this is an interesting thing. I wonder what this person's about. They have an interesting way. What if I did that? You're guided to it. The angels will guide you wherever you need to go. One other angel to help cut fear away is Archangel Raziel. He's the one that helps make things that are impossible or you think are impossible, make them a reality. Remover of obstacles. And if you did everything in your power and you were guided to do it and it still didn't work, you're going to be guided to something else. It may not be that exact thing you wanted. I wish I could say I get every exact thing that I want, but not every time. It's okay. Can't have it all, right? But, yeah. Release the stress by being real with yourself. When you ignore and put the blinders on, you can keep living like that if you want to. That's fine. And sometimes we need to go through that for a little while because when you feel that burn, that discomfort, it makes you focus and recognize when something good is there, or there's a way out, or there's like, wow, I can do this because I'm tired of feeling this and experiencing this. Set yourself free, guys. Ask Archangel Raziel to help you manifest. Cut away the fear, the ties, the blame, the unforgiveness you have towards other people and not forgiving yourself. Last year, I want to share this before I conclude here. Last year, I had a woman call me, and I'm reading for her, and I saw she wasn't a very good person in her past. I'm like, you've been a very evil person, and I told her that, and I'm like, and my ego said, don't say that, you're going to offend her. I said, you've been a very, very evil person. And she started crying and she said, yes, I have. My whole life, I stole, I manipulated my whole family, I pushed everybody away because I made people feel sorry for me to feed my addiction. And I screwed them over and I ruined their lives. I don't want to be that person anymore. And that's why I'm calling you. And that was the most honest and shocking reaction because I was holding the phone away from my ear about this far. She said, I want to be a better person. And I wasn't going to yell at her anyways, but I saw what I saw. Titanic, Jack dies at the end of the movie. Sorry if I blew it for those of you guys who haven't seen Titanic, but if you haven't seen the movie, no, don't tell me Jack dies. That's not true. No, he lives. How could he die? That's what I saw. He died, bitch. I saw this lady. I'm like, you know what? This is bad. And I was telling her, like, you've got to make these changes or things aren't going to change. She said, that's exactly why I called you. I want to be a better person. I'm changing now. I'm stopping all this. And it was really a really, really good reading. And the future was very challenging for her because she has to work through a lot of stuff. And there's people that are never going to trust her, forgive her, but she's going to have, but that's okay. She'll be led another way because she wants to change. And there she goes. And I haven't heard from her since, but I trust she's doing well. And if she's not, that's her own choice and all that stuff. But that's why I'm understanding of people. Guys, I have the cheaters call me. I have the people that are having the affairs. I have the people that call me for readings that are the victims of an affair. I have the people that are that have had it both ways. They did the affair maybe first or after their spouse did it, whatever the case may be. And a lot of people, they're like, I was so afraid that you were going to think I was a bad person. I'm like, no. All I ask is you be real with me, you be honest with me so that I can help you. But I can't help you unless you let me help you. And you're honest with yourself. Because your angels will help you if you're honest with yourself. Let go of fear, guys. It's okay. Move forward. That's the message that Archangel Michael had for you guys tonight. Please share this with anybody that you know that needs this tonight. And if you need to revisit this later, rewatch it. I'm gonna post it. It'll be live on. It'll be on my Facebook Live, Psychic Greg Stanley, and I'm also gonna post it on the YouTube channel, Psychic Greg Stanley on YouTube. Please subscribe, and you'll be notified when it's posted on there. So I will also add that on there. Thank you guys for always letting me be sincere, be real with you guys. Thank you guys for allowing me to help you guys and talking with you. And thank you for accepting me for my imperfections because I know you guys are the real deal. And I love that about you guys. And, you know, I'm not above it all. Like, you know, I don't act like that. You know, I just share with you guys what I learn, and maybe I am doing a little bit better at times because of the choices that I made. Hell, if you're doing better than me, great. It's because of the choices you made or whatever, you know? Cool. Like, I think it's wonderful. There's no competition here. I would love to see everybody happy. I would. I really would. Because I would have wanted somebody. I wanted someone to be there for me, and they weren't. They didn't know how. They were blinded by the ego. They were blinded by the stress monster that we talked about all night tonight. They didn't know how to help me. How can they help me if they don't know themselves? They're victims of it too. Whether they still choose to live their lives that way or they set themselves free. We all have choices. And whether I love them or I don't, or I accept them or I don't, I wish them well so that they will make the changes and add to this world. That's where that is. But there you go. Love and the light to each and every one of you guys. If you guys need a private reading, psychicgregstanley.com. Phone number's on there. Text for an appointment. Be patient, because sometimes there's a line. She'll get back to you within about 24 hours, or some people say 24 seconds. And you can call. Just leave a voicemail. So that's where it is. You're welcome to call and follow up with the text. That always helps as well. I'd love to help you guys. So see how, if you guys have some decisions to make, you have, I want to know if you're on the right path, or if you maybe should try something new, whatever. I'd be happy to look into all this for y'all. See what your angels have to say about that. I would love to. PsychicGregStanley.com. Love and light. Aloha, guys. Aloha, Instagrammers and Facebook. I'm on both devices here, so... It made me so sad.